What's up guys, I'm in the Subaru today. I'm going to make a little video on how to use one of those Bluetooth OBD2 code scanners that you can get on eBay, Amazon, really anywhere online for pretty cheap. And, a couple tips and tricks and what to stay away from. So this is what I have, a BAFX Products OBD2 diagnostic interface. I think I picked this up on Amazon for, 20 some dollars. It's a little larger than the other ones that you find on eBay. And, you might be thinking, why spend, 20 some dollars on one of these adapters when I can get one of those, the really tiny blue ones or like white ones. Why spend the money on this when I can get one of those for like, $5 to $10 shipped. And, you can try it. I guess some people have had luck with it, but the few times I have used those styles of OBD2 Bluetooth adapters, it for whatever reason couldn't connect to the ECU. Like I could connect to it with my phone and it would say waiting on the adapter to connect to the ECU and nothing would ever happen. This is actually the first one that actually worked for me. I could possibly pick up a few different adapters in the future and just kind of do a review on which ones are working, which ones are not, for me at least. But yeah, I'll be doing the video on this, but really any OBD2 Bluetooth adapter that actually, is worth any sort of money, that's any sort of quality will work the same way. So first step, of course, is to plug the adapter in, and on my WRX is actually right under the steering column. Right there. So go ahead and have the car on or off or whatever, and go ahead and plug that in. Ooh, wrong way. So it's all plugged in. You can kind of see the lights. You can see the lights are on, doing its thing. And then we're gonna go to the phone. So this is where I got hung up at one point, just a little bit. So there's the device. Click on it. So it says pairing. And then the default password on these guys are usually 000 or 123. This one's 1234. Hit OK. And now you have it. And what was tripping me up before was, when you're connecting to like a Bluetooth head unit or radio or whatever you want to call it in your car, you'll click on it and it'll say, oh, connecting. But I thought that was the same deal with the OBD2 adapter. So, I'd be clicking it, click, and nothing would happen. It would just do that thing. But that's totally okay. That's normal. What I'm using is Torque. I think there's Torque Pro. I'm using Torque Lite. Torque Lite pulls all the codes just fine. And potential Bluetooth bug, if you have the Pandora app installed, I'd suggest closing it out. I think I still have mine open, but that's okay. So I have it set up so it automatically connected to the ECU, but you'll want to go to settings, OBD2 adapter settings, choose Bluetooth device. And you can see it already has the OBD2 checked, but you'll want to check that, then exit out of there. Go back, and then these icons up here will flash and change, but you should have all four when it's all said and done. And then it'll say connected to the ECU OK after a few moments of talking with the adapter. And this is just really cool. You have live data. So I have my coolant. I've been running the car, just idling it here for maybe 10 minutes or so. Coolant's already at 177 degrees. You can see your vacuum. So it's at 18.1 inches of mercury. Your speed, it'll move when you're driving. The engine load, I haven't really seen that to be, very useful or accurate, but I guess, I don't know, maybe if you're tuning it or something, that would be useful. Your voltage, I think that's voltage measured at the OBD2 adapter, so it could have a bit of a voltage drop just from going through the wires. And then intake air temperature sensor, that's pretty cool. And you could just do a whole lot of stuff with this. So if you want to pull codes, you hit the gear again, look up fault codes, show logged codes, clear codes, show pending faults, show historic faults. So you can do show codes, It'll request the codes from the ECU. No fault code stored in the ECU, so I don't have a check engine light. It pop up right about there. But yeah, we're going pretty good. I did have a check engine light before. Let's see if that's still up here in the historic faults. No historic fault code stored in the ECU, and that I believe can be kind of useful if you're looking at buying an OBD2, 1996 or newer vehicle. You can pop this in and see if there's any code stored, and what that would tell you is, obviously if there's codes stored or end, it would show you if the seller is potentially trying to mask something by disconnecting the battery or erasing the codes. So that's just a little tidbit of information there. But yeah, I mean, I paid like 20 some bucks for this, and this does way more than the $20 to $30 OBD2 code reader that you can buy online or at AutoZone, that has the body with the OBD2 wire coming off of it that just shows you basic codes. I'm sure depending on the app you buy, it could potentially show you what the codes mean, but Torque Lite, the free version, only shows the code, just like the code reader, and you have to Google the fault code and see what it means. But I mean, all this other information is really cool, and I mean, you just can't beat it. I don't think I'll ever be really using the old OBD2 code reader again. Anyways, to recap, spend a little bit extra money to get a little more quality Bluetooth OBD2 adapter, and go as all out as you want on the apps. The free ones work just fine, as long as you don't mind any advertisements rolling on the bottom of the screen. But yeah, this is definitely a good tool to have in your toolbox, especially when you're trying to fix something or figure out what's wrong with your vehicle. Always run the codes first. If it's an OBD2, that'll point you in the right direction, so you're not just throwing parts at it to see if it'll fix it. But yeah, thanks for watching, and subscribe if you haven't to the channel. I'm coming out with new videos on a pretty regular basis, and give the video a like if you liked it, if it helped you. Share this video to your friends, and as always, thanks for watching.